What's going on, guys? Welcome to the 7th episode of the 9Trick podcast with our special guest, KittyNeo, one of my oldest friends when it comes to the gaming and streaming game, pretty much. I've known her since, I don't know how many years, 2017 now? 2016?
I want to
maybe?
say 2016, 2017, yeah.
It's definitely been a fat minute since I've even talked to you. I've been a pretty shitty friend. I've honestly just been busy, and I know you have a pretty busy life yourself. So I appreciate you taking the time to stopping by and talking about what we're going to talk about. So obviously, your name is Kitty. That hasn't been the first iteration of your name. Do you have an inspiration, or do you know the origin of your name?
Everybody refers to me as being cat-like, so it just became Kitty.
Awesome, man. And that's even on like Discord calls and like streams, you think they would allocate your personality towards like a cat personality?
Yep.
Nice. Alrighty. A little bit more of a bolder question here when it comes to gaming. I know you don't do too much gaming nowadays, but I know you used to way back when. What is your favorite video game of all time?
Oh. I mean, I still love me some Siege and COD now, so. But I've just mainly been playing Pokemon on my DS and Switch, so.
Nice. You don't have like that one favorite game from like way back when that was like your absolute favorite game? Every time you think of video games, that's the one that's always in your mind.
Oh god, I got a cheesy one, and it's like old school Game Boy, but the original Pokemon Mystery Dungeon for Game Boy.
Wow, that's an old one. Holy hell. I would have never thought.
And I
didn't know
still have the game.
You do?
Hmm.
Do you still play it?
I haven't touched it in like years, because now I'm playing Mystery Dungeon DX on the Switch.
Oh, yeah,
And I just started on Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Sky on the DS.
Oh, wow. So you're just like spread thin when it comes to the Pokemon games in general.
Yeah.
You know what? I actually had Sword and Shield. Those are the newer Pokemon games for anybody that doesn't know. I know they're nowhere like or nowhere near how the older ones were, and some people just straight up didn't even like them. I got like 5 minutes into it, and then I got distracted by something else, and I haven't touched it since. But I'm planning to go back and playing those games, maybe on the second channel. We'll have to see what happens there.
I've been playing Shield. It's not bad. I actually kind of like it.
You like Shield? Do you know what's the main difference between Shield and Sword?
So, the main difference is basically the legendary you get in it, and some Pokemon, plus there's like a 5% chance of getting Eevee and Pikachu depending on which one you play. There's not too much of a difference, but there's also one or two gym leaders that change depending on which one you play.
Interesting. Yeah, I honestly never knew like the differences when it came to Pokemon. I know Black and White was like different, but obviously Black and White was actually still, you know, a game regarded pretty good as a Pokemon game by many. But I honestly didn't know the difference between, you know, the two Pokemon games that they released, besides the cover art's different. But that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
A little bit of what we talked about here at the beginning of our stream. We're going to talk about a little bit of the old Mixer days. I believe, were you around back when it was still in Beam?
I don't know, but like Rip Mixer, like that's where a lot of us met.
Yeah. Yeah, I had talked to Apex. I don't know if you remember Apex Army or Apex Predator.
Yeah, I talked to him the other day. We were connected because I saw him streaming one day, and I was like, oh, hey, somebody I can talk to.
Yeah, definitely. I brought him on the podcast. He was really awesome. I'm going to have him on again because we just have so much memories together. I don't know if you remember Fluffy Marshmallow. I think that was a little bit later on in my streaming career when you were branching off to other things.
Doesn't sound like someone I remember.
Yeah. Well, I talked to him. Bunch of old Mixer boys from way back when. I've been trying to get Putin or Ian on for so long. But
dude, he's been busy with shit, like fucking around. Cause I still talk to him from time to time. He's just been fucking around a lot with his boys.
Yeah. For those of you guys who don't know, Ian was probably one of my best friends when it come up to streaming. Same thing with Kitty. He lives all the way up in Alaska, literally in North Pole, Alaska. That's the name of the city he lives in, and it's 2 hours ahead from regular Pacific Standard Time. So it's borderline Hawaii time zone. So like it's insanely hard to connect to him on the right times. He's always busy, and he's just always like either buying cars, fixing cars, shooting guns, fixing guns, or burning something up in like a big bonfire. But we'll have to get him on the podcast one of these days, man. Definitely. What is one of your most fond memories when it came to the mixer streams?
Well, I can't exactly say I have too many because, as you know, a lot of people started drama with me every single time or would hit on me, which still happens.
She's popular.
Drama keeps following me no matter where I go.
Definitely. Yeah, and we'll talk about that a little bit later, if you're comfortable with it, that is.
Sure.
But yeah, Mixer was one of those like weird populations of streamers and gamers. And obviously, we're both relatively weird, so we fit us right in when it came to the whole gaming thing. I know did you do much streaming yourself? I honestly could not remember.
No, I didn't have the chance to with the environment I was in at the time. So
definitely.
But I want to start on it sometime soon.
Yeah, we'll talk about a little bit about your return to content hopefully soon, a little later in the podcast. But you were pretty much the queen mod back then. You were in everybody's stream. I can only imagine your computer back then must have been literally 100 degrees with all those tabs open and just weeding out the haters that came into the Twitch stream. So definitely a really cool thing to see that you're still at least somewhat around when it comes to streaming. I know you've obviously made new friends, obviously made more streaming friends and stuff like that. And you're still a mod to this day. Obviously, life gets in the way, so it's a little bit harder to do that every time to time. So I'm glad to see you're still around, you know? You're one of
I've been trying to keep up with Twitch modding, but mainly I've been doing modding on Discord now. So.
Definitely. Yeah, Discord needs its mods. A lot of people don't understand how difficult Discord modding can be, just because Discord is one of those like weird like places on the internet where a lot of shit can go down and you have no idea what's going on. So we'll talk a little bit here about like the modding stuff later. And just a regular question, like how have you been? Where are you now? I know you moved around a bunch. Where are you in your life at the moment?
Well, I moved away from my family. I had to call the cops on them. That was a whole ordeal in itself. Now I'm in California, so.
Oh wow! If you don't mind me asking, what state were you living in before?
Arizona.
Oh yeah, I forgot. You actually live like relatively closer to me. I can literally drive to Arizona in a day. How are you liking California? I mean, besides the property taxes and every burger costing more than like $14.
It's good. I like it here. Plus, I don't have to worry too much about gangs compared to back where I'm from. Just that's a whole mess in itself.
Dang, I could only imagine, man. Do you mind me asking what city, if you even lived in like one of the bigger cities in Arizona?
Tucson.
Oh, you actually live super close to me, man. Dang. I didn't notice that. I didn't know that. I thought you lived like North Arizona, like past Phoenix and stuff like that. That's pretty cool that you're in California now. Are you currently like going to school? Are you working? Or are you just being an adulting?
Well, I'm gonna be looking for a job soon, so I've just mainly been chilling with my roommate and such.
Nice.
And getting to explore California.
That's cool. Do you mind me asking what city you live in California at the moment?
Sacramento.
Sacramento, that's the capital. It's not too close to like any big cities, so it's a little bit interesting type of environment there. You don't have like the LA feel, but you don't have the San Francisco or San Diego feel. It's kind of like more of a city rather than just this huge population mass on the coast.
Yeah.
But that's pretty awesome. I remember you did used to work for a veterinary or something. I don't remember. Did you used to work with animals? Were you the one that used to work with animals? Something like that?
No, I was the one who was always talking about animals because you had met me during college and they were always walking dogs around the campus.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Didn't you used to work in a lab, though, or something like that? Or at least had lab stuff for school. I remember you were like...
No, I was doing psychology, remember?
Oh, that's what I remember it from. That's where... Because I remember you were like this big brain, like smart person way back when. doing like astrophysics or some stuff, but I don't remember.
Still big brain, just more traumatized than before.
Definitely. And obviously, you touched a little bit on difficult situations in life. Everybody goes through them, some more than most. How did you? Obviously, you look just by the smile on your face. I can't remember a time where you even wanted to take a picture and share it on a Discord, and now it seems like you're pretty comfortable in your own skin. You want to talk a little bit about like regaining your mental health and your mental fortitude after. We won't necessarily call out anybody in that aspect, but how would you say? How do I word this? How would you say that you've like regained your mental health to a point where you're really confident and happy with yourself?
Well, I'm not too confident in myself. I've just gotten a bit better about it, especially with getting away from like the people that I used to know from where I'm from, because a lot of people were putting me down. So I made a better environment around myself and the friends that I have, and even my boyfriend, who is the most amazing person in the fucking world.
Definitely.
Is yeah.
So you would say that definitely a change of environment and just getting away from that negative energy is probably the best thing anybody can do for themselves?
I would. Well, in my situation, yes. For anybody who's in a hard situation, it depends on what's going on to know what to do.
Mm-hmm. And were there any like modes of I guess communication that you would utilize? Obviously Discord was a pretty integral part into reaching out to people that actually care for you. Would you recommend anything else?
I would say just use what you can. Discord, Messenger, if you have to, Twitter, even though I don't use that.
Mm-hmm.
Just really anything. Like, because of how my family was, I had to hide a lot of stuff, and I wouldn't let them near my phone because they would be trying to be snooping on who I was talking to and stuff. It was horrible.
Mm-hmm. I could only imagine, man. Like obviously I just kind of have my computer out in the open. I really don't do anything to I guess quote unquote sketchy on my computer. So there's not really much to find here, but I definitely know what you mean when it comes to like overly intrusive family members that want to know and get into your business for no good reason at all. But yeah. Other than that, obviously you're out in California, you're living with your roommate, having fun. You're a little bit older than I am. How have you found the life of adulting? It doesn't look like you're too accustomed to it, being that you're playing like 6 different Pokemons and have a Pikachu on your lap.
You're the third person to say Pikachu, and it's not
Or,
Pikachu.
it's Pichu, not Pikachu. Sorry. Couldn't see it all the way. I'm going to defend
It's all
myself.
good. But my roommate's actually trying to help me learn to be an adult because my family wouldn't teach me, so.
Definitely. And do you want to introduce your roommate there? Quick cameo from...
Ooga booga.
That's my roommate, Storm.
Nice. And moving on to our next topic, can we hopefully see a return from KittyNeo on to the streaming, the YouTubes, the TikTok? I know you used to make TikToks, right? I don't know if you still do.
I still do sometimes, just not as much as I used to, but I'm gonna try and get back into that, and I want to definitely get into streaming, so
Definitely.
just need to learn how.
Yeah, if you ever need any help, obviously I'm the computer guy. I can help you out with computers if you need either help building one, setting one up, or setting up stream. Just let me know and I can definitely help you out. But yeah, I always knew that you had like what had it in you to become like a good streamer. You just never obviously had the opportunity presented to you at the time. But I always knew that if you got that opportunity, I know you'd absolutely blow it out of the park. Your personality kind of reminds me of Apex, kind of like the antisocial social person that swears they hate everybody, but when it comes to the stream, they're like the sweetest person. So I definitely think you have it in you when it comes to that sort of stuff.
Hell yeah.
Awesome. And yeah, how have you kind of accustomed to that transition from Mixer to Twitch? Obviously, I know you said you moderate more of Discord channels than you do Twitch channels, because it's a little bit different when it comes to the moderation, just because of how many features Twitch has. Did you like the transition from Mixer to Twitch with all your favorite streamers and just in general of the UI?
Actually, I lost a lot of touch with most of the people that I was modding for because the multiple times I had to take breaks from Mixer because my family wasn't letting me on Mixer and such. So I lost contact with some people. I've been trying to do Twitch modding, but I don't understand it as easily as I do Mixer. So I'm gonna try and learn from other people how to do that and such. Discord modding, on the other hand, it's hard when it comes to situations depending on what people do. I've gone from having to publicly out someone because they were faking mental illnesses to I had a person in the little space of a server say they were drawing Nazi symbols. Just
I could only imagine. Discord is like it's like the Wild West of like messaging boards. Like, you think Reddit is bad, wait till you see all these Discords that pop up. But yeah, I'm kind of there with you too. I kind of lost touch of a lot of like the Mixer streamers that I used to be in contact with. Towards the end of my Mixer career, I just completely stopped streaming in general, so it wasn't like that big of a like difference, I guess. I didn't really stream with that many people, to be completely honest, anyway, because I know one of the best things about Mixer was like the co-streaming stuff, double chats and stuff like that. You don't really get that unless you're a partner on Twitch, which is almost impossible to get nowadays. But you know, some people like that, some people don't. Just kind of depends. But yeah, Mixer modding was super easy. It was like pretty much all the things that I mean, Twitch has almost copied Mixer in the way that they do modding, if you really think about it. But it was just way easier to like appoint mods. You could just click on their name, click mod, you know, view all your mods and stuff like that. Twitch is a little bit different when it comes to that, but you know, it is what it is. You got to do what you got to do. But yeah, are there any notable Discord servers you want to shout out here?
I mean, I have my own server. It's like practically dead half the time.
We'll have to link it down in the description, guys. I'll definitely make sure to put her TikTok if you want me to put that in there. Her Discord channel.
That's absolutely fine.
Her Discord channel, of course. Her own personal Discord channel, so you guys can connect to whatever she's up to and whatever she's doing on the day. You have any last words? We're going to end the podcast right here. Nice, quick, and short podcast. I know it's kind of weird talking to somebody that you really haven't actually talked to in like almost 3 years. So it's almost kind of crazy. But I'm definitely open to like having more podcasts. Maybe we can bring some more of the old Mixer peeps over. We can have like you, Ian, Apex, maybe some other people that are actually still on it. You know?
That would be dope. I'd be down for that.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, thank you, Kitty. Appreciate you for stopping by to the podcast. Make sure to go check her TikTok down in the description, as well as join her Discord to get all the updates on all things KittyNeo. Thank you all so much for watching the podcast, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.